Gonna do a deck profile. It's gonna be on my Chaos Worn. Been kind of testing, playing with it at locals. Been doing pretty well. Just wanted to get a little bit of feedback from it, see if there's certain things that I could maybe do to it to make it a little bit better. It is really consistent, and I did change it up quite a bit. Does pretty well now. So let's see if there's anything else I could do. So I'm gonna jump right into it. BLS, Double Sorcerer, Boss Monsters, Chaos, Dad. Really, really good card. It's pretty much always alive when I do get him, but why not? Caius, I'm taking in the Caius right now. I do run enough tribute fodder where he's pretty live all the time. And the fact that he does kind of work really well against Shaddolls and things. He's a really good card, so I figured tech him in, see how he does. So far he does pretty well. The main engine, 3 Malleys. This card is really good. When it went to 3, this card you can just bring out this plus a Plague Spreader, which I also run 3 of. They just combo in together and make level 8 synchros, and just all around really, really good engine. It's how I make Beals plays and things. That's the main focus on the deck. Drop Beals. If you don't know what Beals does, I'll explain him in a little bit. 1 Grepher and 1 Armageddon Knight. Didn't see a need to run 2 of either of these. Grepher just really good effects to pitch into Malleys and Plagues. Armageddon Knight same way. Grepher just kind of helps with the dead cards in my hand. Armageddon really just sends everything. Really good with Soul Charge. So I didn't really see a need to bump either of these to 2. I like them at 1. Because it's a Chaos Sworn, I run the Light Sworn part. I run 3 Raiden. It's a really good card when he came out. I loved him. You summon him, mill 2, end phase, mill 2 more. He's a warrior, he's a tuner, he spams out with Malleys, any good with other 4 stars, make overlays. He just all around is a really, really good card. Searchable Ryrota, just really, really good. So 3 Raidens. I run 2 Lilas. Back row hate. Gotta kind of get rid of my opponent's back row as quick as possible, so I ain't gotta worry too much about it. Just easy card to summon, pop a back row, mill 3. It's really valuable in that deck. I do take in Illumina. I'm testing her right now. She's really good when I get caught with dead cards in my hand. If I don't have the Grepher or anything like that, I can go ahead and just pitch out a Malley or a Plague, set up plays like that, bring back any of my rather Raiden or Lila pop a back row, and really sets up the grade pretty easily with the mills. So I tried 1 Lumina, didn't see a need to bump her to 2 with only the other 5 targets. For hand traps, run 3 Veilers. Most people don't like 3 Veilers, but I figure why not? Really stops my opponent's plays, and it's a tuner. Summon it with Malley, be able to go level 7, really good. Plus it's a light, pitch it out of my hand to a graveyard, give me my lights and darks in the grave really quick. That's it for the monsters. For spells, it's a Light Sworn, so charge and triple recharge. It's a Light Sworn, gotta run all of them. I run 3 MSTs. Again, the back row hate. I gotta try to rid my opponent's back row as quick as possible. Plus, there's a lot of like continuous effects that really slow my deck down. MST kind of gets rid of all those. And for the most broken card in the game, Soul Charge. I run 3. I want to see this card all the time. It is just all around really good. Sets up so many plays. Can really get me into my 8 stars really fast, going turn 1, dropping Beals and other things. Then if they do get answered to Soul Charge them back, is just all around an amazing thing. So I really like Soul Charge. Again, best card in the game right now. Lure, I run plenty of darks, always live. Rhoda, didn't see a need to jump this up to 2. I like it one with only 5 targets, so 1 Rhoda. Dark Hole, staple. Book of Moon, staple. Mind Control. I like Mind Control a lot, but I've also been kind of debating on dropping this because I haven't been noticing as much Dragon decks as there were. So, I mean, as good as Mind Control is, I don't know if I'm going to need it as much anymore. And I don't run enough synchros or synchro material to actually use Mind Control to its full potential. But I've been debating on actually dropping it for Warrior Returning Alive or Second Rhoda. Now, the Warrior Returning Alive is really good. I can cycle back a BOS that got milled or destroyed or anything, bring back certain synchros and use them again. Also, play that I actually thought about using it for was mostly if I mill a double Mally in my grave and I have a Plague Engrave, I can actually Warrior Returning Alive the Mally back to my hand, stack it for the Plague, and then use Mally effect to bring it back. That can actually be really useful because I do run a lot of mill. If I happen to hit 2 Mallies, that can cost me an 8-star, so it's been kind of out there. Again, not sure how I'm going to do that one yet. And I run 3 Phoenix Wing Winds. I really like this card 3, gets rid of the dead cards out of my hand, sends cards on my opponent's board back, all around that. I like it better than Regeki Break because it just can screw my opponent's draw up for the next turn, so I like it better. That's it for the main deck. It's 40 cards. Now for the extra deck. Cowboy, gotta run Cowboy. Dweller, really like it. These formats lately, it's really, really good. I don't go rank 4 too often. For the most part, my focus is the 8 stars, but again, they're valuable when I do again. Chain, same way, can set up my graveyard, set up my draw for the next turn to stack a Sorcerer, BOS, Dad. Really, really good 4-star. Castell. I like Castell better than 101. Granted, I don't have a 101, but I all around didn't decide to get one because I like Castell more. The fact that it can send my opponent's card to the back instead of Jet the special summoned, I mean, I like Castell over 101. M7. With Sorcerer and Mally to drop in 7 and cycle through my graveyard to bring things back or to return one that my opponent controls is really, really good. Drop Sorcerer, banish, special Mally, overlay, send one back. I mean, I can get rid of 2 cards at the same time with that. So, M7, good card. Catastor, I run it. Don't really bring it out too much, but just in case I ever ran into a situation that I needed it, I didn't want to be caught without it, so. Goyo, I'm so glad this card came back. Very, very good card. Plague and any 4-star, just all around, really good card. Black Rose, Mally, Valor. Valors can sometimes be dead. I've hardly ever seen it happen, but also too with Mally, Valor that can set my Chaos part, so Black Rose. For the level 8s, this is the main part of the deck. Stardust, Dark End, Scrap, Blader, Colossal, and Beals. I like Stardust over Stardust Spark because it can protect back row as well. Dark End to go Soul Charge into this and then just being able to send cards on my opponent's side of the field. Although I can't attack, he's really good with Soul Charge as well. And he answers a lot of decks for Bujins and things. Scrap, you gotta run Scrap. Blader, again, gotta run Blader. Colossal Fighter I like because I run a lot of Warriors, and he can bring back certain plays like that. And I can get him really, really big. And Beals is the MVP of the deck. To drop him, he's so hard to answer. My opponent usually has to answer him with a couple resources, and he can't really get be answered by one. And the fact that you can soul charge him back, and he's just gonna sit there because your opponent cannot really answer him easily. So all around, he is the best card in the deck. And then I tech in a Leo, Raiden, and Mally, which I usually get that play pretty often. To go Leo can really kind of hurt Yang Zings to stop their Baxia and things like that because he's so big they can't get over him and they can't target him. So Leo's just a really good card for that. It's a 15 card extra. For the side, I do Double Crow, banishes a card in my opponent's graveyard, really slows decks down. Triple Battle Fader. I run 3 because of the tributes that I run in my side deck, and the fact that it really slows down to stop my opponent. I like it over the Scarecrow because of the tributes that I run. So, of course, Battle Fader. As I mentioned, tributes, Majesty's Fiends, stops all monster effects. Really, really good card. So, Jinzos. Now, I have used this card quite often lately, and it has been unbelievably good. Really stops with all these back row heavy decks. A lot of people don't expect Jinzo. So when you summon them, they're just like, oh crap, what do I do? Also, too, when you soul charge him is even better. I actually won the game because of that. I soul charged the Jinzo and they couldn't answer it. And they couldn't answer Jinzo, so they pretty much just scooped. Crossouts. Against Shaddolls, I run them. It's a really, really good card against them. However, I am thinking about dropping it for Skullmeister to slow down Yang Zings and to stop a lot of other graveyard effects. But for now, Crossouts, way to go. Decree, Jinzo, Decree, stop the back row heavy. As you saw, I don't run a lot of back row, so Jinzo and Decree don't really hurt me any. And then I run 2 Curse Seal of the Forbidden Spells. Spellbooks are still around, and this against Shaddolls to hit their fusion can really cripple their deck. So, 2 of those. And that's the deck profile, guys. Let me know what you think. Just pretty much any kind of feedback will be helpful. So, thanks.